Welcome to the Answers for Elders radio show. Meet the trusted experts who will give you straight answers and will help guide you on the path of later life care. Now, here's your host, founder, caregiver, and CEO, Suzanne Newman.
And welcome back, everyone, to Answers for Elders Radio Network, heard across the USA. And I am here with Dr. Kay Lehman, the board chair of the Washington State chapter of the Alzheimer's Association. And Kay and I are talking about the Walk to End Alzheimer's that is starting in September. And certainly it is a very, I guess, a passion for both of us, because we have been through a family members that have been afflicted with Alzheimer's disease. And also, I think we could probably fit very well in that category of being a care partner that has been there to care for a loved one. But, you know, Dr. K, you mentioned your mother. I think, you know, the spouse of someone that has been, that is taking care of someone, it has it the worst. I will never forget a story from someone I saw on social media where the wife was actually packing up his clothes to finally take her husband of 48 years to a memory care community because she'd been taking care of him. And she talked about his military uniform, all the different things that he wasn't going to wear anymore. And it broke my heart when you think about what spouses go through. It's just overwhelming.
It is. And we are here to support those caregivers.
Yeah. So obviously we are doing the walks. And so tell us a little bit about what goes on at a walk.
Well, there's walks in 600 communities across the country, and we'll have 350,000 people walking this fall. And we hope to add to that by the people listening to your show so that they get registered. So you can register for the walk at alz.org/walk. Mm-hmm. And the sooner you sign up and start fundraising, the more money you'll likely raise. We know that the people who sign up early raise more money. So day of walk, volunteers are there early, and we're setting up things like the Promise Garden, which is these flowers you see in my background.
And for those of you on radio, you can see her on YouTube. So if you go to our YouTube channel, you can see her amazing background. I love it.
Well, let me describe for them. So each person at the walk gets a flower. It's a little windmill flower. So they move, and that makes just a beautiful display on walk day. People who have the disease, have Alzheimer's or dementia, carry a blue flower. Those of us like Suzanne and I who've lost somebody, we carry a purple flower. People who are caregivers carry an orange flower. And people carry a yellow flower. I always get these backwards.
I did too earlier.
Caregivers get a yellow flower, and those who just are there to support our cause carry an orange flower.
I love that.
So, and there's one other flower that only makes an appearance during the ceremony. On this, at each walk, we have a little chance to celebrate success and pump people up for the walk they're about to take. And we have a little ceremony where we have each person holding one of those flowers. So someone who has the disease holds the purple or the blue one. There's one flower color that was released a few years ago, and we only have one at each walk, and it always just brings tears to my eyes. It's the white flower.
Yes.
Usually carried by a child, but not always. It symbolizes survivors of Alzheimer's. And right now we don't have survivors.
No.
But we have one white flower there each year so that we show the hope that we will one day have this walk and have lots of white flowers carried by survivors of Alzheimer's dementia.
Yeah. And so people, if they want to register a team, you can get a group of you and you can do so as a family, as a group of friends, as a business. How do people, what are typical of a team, and how many people usually are in a team?
Oh, teams range from one person who's signed up that's just there on their own to family members. We have lots of businesses that they sometimes do, each department or each
Mm-hmm.
dealership or whatever it might be,
Mm-hmm.
registers a separate team, and then they compete to see which team can raise the most money.
It's
Some of the
incredible.
teams make their own T-shirts, celebrating often a loved one. I can think of some, but I don't want to say any of the team names because I don't know
Mm-hmm.
if I have their permission. But if my team made flowers, they would say "Walking for Bill." That's my team name for my dad,
Mm-hmm.
Bill.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of our sponsors also have,
Mm-hmm.
they often have a booth at the walk where people
Mm-hmm.
can get information, but
Mm-hmm.
they also often usually have a team and they go out and do the walk. The
Right.
walks are usually about a mile long, not much more than that. They're a comfortable pace. This is not a race. This
Right.
is not a run. This is a gentle walk with friends and family. And we do often have people there who have the disease, usually in the earlier stages.
Mm-hmm.
But we do try to pick a site that is, where people could use a wheelchair if they needed to, or a walker.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And obviously, if people are not in a position to walk, they can just give a donation, can they not?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. The point of this is to raise money.
Mm-hmm.
So that we want people to not only register a team, but
Mm-hmm.
raise money.
Mm-hmm.
And there's lots of ways to raise money. It doesn't have to be the day of the walk. I mean, you
No.
could put it on Facebook and ask friends and family, but you could also, I had one colleague that had a swear jar in his office and they raised a couple $100.
That is awesome. That is awesome. And the whole point is that, likely if Alzheimer's has not touched your life yet, you're one of the few, but I will tell you, it's likely it will. And so this affects all of us. We're in such a situation right now where this is the organization that will absolutely help us in so many ways to find a cure. And I think that's the ultimate goal of everyone. And so I encourage all of our listeners, whether it's a church group, whether it's I know a lot of church groups walk for the walk to end Alzheimer's. I know a lot of like school classes, classrooms, different types of organizations that go together, or just a group of friends, like you said, friends of Bill's, whatever that is. We all have the ability now to do something to make a difference, and it is making a difference. And Kay, how do people sign up for the walk or donate?
Oh, they can go to alz.org/walk and put in their zip code and find the closest walk to them. But there's also a button on that same page that says donate.
Mm-hmm.
If you know somebody with a team, donate to their team. But if you don't, just go ahead and make a donation.
Yeah.
We are getting closer and closer. I think we're going to talk about, we are now in the era of treatment.
Yes,
So
we
I think
are.
we're going to talk about that in a minute.
Yes.
alz.org/walk and join a walk near you.
Yes. And I don't care if it's $5.
Yes,
Collectively, it makes a difference.
it
And
does.
I know every year if it's $5 is not too small. I really want people to understand that this is a very important initiative that we all need to come together and support. And so I am very thrilled to have you. And Kay, in the meantime, we're going to be right back. But go to the website, alz, like zebra.org/walk. And we'll be right back right after this. Let's work together and help fund a cure in supporting the Walk to End Alzheimer's this year. And learn more and donate by visiting alz, like zebra.org, or just call 800-272-3900. That's alz.org or 800-272-3900.